My head is heavy, let me lay it down. Into your lap I would love to drown. I need that story I used to hear, to run on and to and disappear. I won't lie down and I won't, I won't lie down, and I can't do this without you. I won't lie down and I won't, I won't lie down, and I can't do this without you. Your stories, they come from the heart, glue me together and tear me apart. Your stories, they come from the heart, glue me together and tear me apart. I won't lie down and I won't, I won't lie down, and I can't do this without you. I won't lie down and I won't, I won't lie down, and I can't do this without you. Your story.
Hello, everyone. Today we're going to be chatting about the issues surrounding safer seas. And what has to change in order for the mode to actually be good and able to help the rest of the game. Alright. So we're starting off in the menu with issues that I hate. So if I click here, I get the option, fair. But I can't use my ship, nor can I sail for my guild, which don't really make sense, because they don't really offer too many bonuses, or anything. The captainship is more quality of life than anything, and so is the guild. But let's go with the sloop for now. This is probably going to take a while because of how light they are right now. But honestly, the fact that these are this popular and most people don't care about it should tell Rare really that there are plenty of people who would love to play this game. It's just that the PvP and being forced into it are very unfun for such a large amount of players. I'm all for having PvP and all that, but honestly, in a game like Sea of Thieves, you need to have the option to not be a part of it. And the thing is, like, another thing that I'm going to go on to later are people running from battle instead of facing. And you get the chase missions that last fucking hours on end for next to nothing in game. Alright. So, to begin this, I'm going to show off something that's straight up retarded, in my mind. Wait, is it even up here? No, it's not. I'll just go into this one. Is that I can't do this, which is a regular gold hoarder emissary. More points will be on that towards the end. Or, well, not towards the end. I'll get to it in a bit. So regular emissaries aren't allowed. The special endgame ones aren't, obviously. The captaincy isn't. Hell, fucking ashen chests. Trying to buy those things.
What's on the horizon today?
Half this fucking stock is locked behind high seas. Why? What the fuck?
Come back when you're buying the grog.
Plus, I will say as well, if you're gonna unlock certain content behind certain limitations, you need to up this account. This count. Because I can't use these because they're only in high seas. But I also don't want to just throw them away. I actually don't think I can. Not in this menu. Because I can't even click on them. So, I could literally soft lock myself out of voyages because of that. But, not only are you not allowed to enter an emissary, you know, something that you're gonna want to be doing once you hit, like, level 20 or some shit. Or that you're gonna want to have capped up anyways if you're doing a bunch of farming. Because of the fact that they give you huge boosts that would really benefit you. And people will say, oh, risk versus reward. It's not what this game is about. Because otherwise the reward would have to be skyrocketed 10 times as high. As a, what is the, at least 10 times as high. Otherwise it would just not be enough. And like... Just adding the right cosmetics real quick. This is another really annoying thing. I have to do this every single fucking time I get on. Yeah, so, because of the fact that... What the fuck? Oh, nice. But because of the fact that I can't go to the captaincy, I have to go to each one of these separately, depending on what they have. Now, if you've never actually brought back, or like played this game and gotten, and farmed for quite a bit, you would not know how much of a nightmare that actually is. Imagine having to go to all these 3 different places. One there, and then the one over there. That one is not that bad, not gonna lie. But it's just because it's so close. These 2 are always far from the shore. Well, this one at least are always far from the shore. This one is usually sometimes in the middle. That one's usually on the bridge. Which fair. But so not only can I not go over, I don't think it's there. Where is it? I don't like this island. I actually just don't. Over there. So I can't just go over there to those guys, sell all my shit there, because I can't be a captain ship. So I can't sell anything to this fuck. Because of the fact that I don't have a captain ship.
See you soon.
Because I'm not allowed to use it. I own all 3 captain ships. But I can't use them. Which removes that quality of life. And that doesn't even offer any benefits besides being able to sell it to one singular point and be done with it. It's a quality of life. Hell, just having that alone gives me a huge more want to be in this mode doing something. Even if we don't get emissaries, even if we don't get a slightly lower gold penalty, or whatever the fuck. Just that alone would be nice. However, like, honestly, if you ask me, the only change between the different modes that should have been existent is that you only high seas will have a bonus. Like, for example, I can actually take GTA Online as a prime example. I would boot it up, but it's gonna take fucking ages. But, like, so GTA Online, they had a massive problem. Like, usually there, like, for example, if you had a cocaine business and you were gonna like sell that to gain money and grind all that shit, right? Before you used to need to be in a public lobby, otherwise you wouldn't be allowed to sell it. However, because of the fact that they had such a massive problem with PvP, does this ring a bell? They made it so you could do it in your private lobby. However, in order to incentivize doing it in the public lobbies, they offered a boost to your gains. I feel like they should have done something similar here. But I also believe that they shouldn't lock away content. Like, for example, where is it? Where the fuck is it? Where is it? Okay, where the fuck is it now? There it is. The Fort of the Den. I would really want to do that. Only for commendation. I don't care kind of what I loot I get through it. But it's like, I don't want to boot it up in public lobbies to get fucking obliterated. Whether or not I say, I just want the completion. You all can take the loot. I don't care. I just want the completion. The reason why I want the completion is so I can get a commendation done. And the commendation that I want done... Fucking hell. The commendation I want done... Where is it? Don't remember what it's called. I think it was in here. Don't remember if it was in here in the gold hoarders, actually. Then again, it could also be in fucking Order of Souls, and I would just not know the difference. Not that one. Not that one. Not that one. Not that one. Like, there's so many commendations that are just locked because I can't get them. Doing them in public lobbies is nearly impossible. Like, for example, sink the burning blade while being in an alliance. That's never gonna happen. Because nobody wants to alliance. It is shoot first, ask questions later. Yeah, sure, alliance exists. But people ain't gonna make use of them. Also, I would say, if you're solo on a sloop, I'm all fucking public event needs to be tuned down a little bit. Scaled down a little bit, because holy fucking hell. That's been the most stressful time I've ever had trying to solo that. Somewhat fun, but I'd rather not. Because I was extremely lucky to get out of that alive, much less, yeah, victorious. Sure, you don't have to go do it, but I mean, if you want a different public event to show up, you need to. Or you need to wait an extremely long amount of time, and you'd rather not most of the time. Otherwise, you might as well fucking give it a chance. Oh, Jesus. I'm just gonna send my ship into it. That way I can just go to the ship wherever it shows up again. Because I absolutely hate this place. Wait, what the fuck? Is that another skelly ship? No. It's an outpost, I think. Wait, where am I pointing? Yeah, that's the other outpost that's here. Nailed it. The reason why I want to complete the commendation for the Fort of the Damned is just to unlock the option to buy a very, very specific... where is the down thing here? Oh, it would be so cool if it was up here. Here, there. I'm happy you can open this, though. Holy fuck, that would have been so painful. If I couldn't even open this. Thankfully you fucking can if you're already one. Because this would just be extremely fucking annoying. Ooh. Ow. Well, that's new. Well, maybe not new, but still. Why does it have to be so fucking deep underground? Jesus Christ. Bro! How far down is it? Finally, Jesus! The reason why I'd want to be able to get the commendations is just for this, where is it? I know it's sold. Wait, is it not sold here? Oh wait, it's probably in here. No? It's here. No? I could have sworn it was in here somewhere. There it is. This one. That's it. But it's like, I need Vanquishing the Damned commendation.
Wasn't so bad, was it, Luke?
Which I would assume is here. But no, because you can unlock it before that. I think. So just didn't go to orders then. Shouldn't Belljets, actually. It most likely is, actually, now that I think about it. For the Damned. Yeah, so I need to complete it 25 fucking times. And I don't want to be doing that in multiplayer lobbies. Mainly because I don't want to be fighting over it, because it's just going to be a headache to do. And I don't like to waste my time. And when most of the time it's going to be like utterly wasted, I'd rather just not deal with it. And it's like trying to team up with people to do it. It's not gonna work, and it's gonna be more time consuming trying than anything else. It's like I just want the completions. I don't care for the loot. But people don't trust in this game. People don't care, and people literally just fucking kill on sight. Or they kill you halfway through, or some shit like that. And it's like, I'd rather not. I'd rather try to solo this shit. In a solo lobby. Rather than not have the chance at all. And then they brought this thing in, which gives you another thing, and it's like, okay, I don't see the point of this, I'm not gonna lie. I'd rather have my own livery. Guilds again, none of this, like all of, well this one this one's fair that it's locked. Like there's a few things that I'm fine with them leaving locked. Like the Skull of Siren song, the PvP stuff, even though I kind of want them to change the PvP stuff a little bit. And shit like that. The Athena's Fortune Emissary, and the Reaper's Emissary. I would rather have them, well, honestly, to be honest, those two as well, those Reaper and Athena's, I'd rather have them have here. Maybe that the rep gains are slightly reduced, especially for the Athena's one. The Reaper's is gonna just good anyways, because you can sell everything to one as well. And the thing is, like, I will explain how I want my private server to be. I would say that the host, like, the person who invites somebody to their server first becomes the host. So, for example, if I booted it up, invited a friend of mine, I would be the host. I would be the one hosting it, not the server. That way you lessen the strain on the servers. It would cause some other issues, yes, or whatever. I would say if that was really possible, but it would probably cause some things to have to be redone. But I would also want it so that they can join you either on your ship or their own ship. So you could get 2 teams of 4 or whatever and battle it out among your friends. That's what I want. And not what we have now, which is a glorified solo session. The thing is, like, the reason why I want that is because you can choose to team up if you actually really want to. But you don't have to. It would then be a proper sandbox mode where you can do whatever you want. I've heard plenty of times that Sea of Thieves is a sandbox game. Only I can't do whatever the fuck I want. I can't go here buy ashen chests. I can't go emissary up with that. I can't do jack shit in here nearly. And you can't even do that really in the normal lobbies. Because of the fact that if you don't want to deal with PvP, a lot of places are just locked off from you. Hell, even the main mode is pretty much locked off from you. Because no matter what you're doing, you're most likely going to run into people that want to kill you. And it's just like, what's the point? I have a fucking clip on my YouTube channel of me and a friend of mine being chased because we were doing tall tales. We had legit nothing in our inventories. We still got chased. Had it not been for a Reaper, we would have just fucking perished then and there. When a Reaper defends someone over killing them, then there's a problem. But it's like, the only reason why this mode is so heavily limited, and like handicapped and nerfed to shit. What? Oh, you can dock it there apparently. The only reason why it's so limited and nerfed and all that shit, is because of the sweats. The sweats being crybabies that this mode would exist. How it would ruin its identity. Whatever. When PvP and risk versus reward is not this game's identity. If you look anywhere, it's being a pirate that is its identity. And guess what? Guess what? Pirate. All of this includes pirate. Pirate. Pirate isn't only sinking people and murdering or whatever. It's stealing, it's doing treasure, like finding treasure, all that shit. And guess what? You can do all of that, or most of that shit, without players fighting each other, without PvP. Technically, I'd say all of it, because like ghost ships and all that would suffice for ship versus ship combat outside of PvP. People can complain about difficulty all they want, but I mean, I hope my voice holds up. I'm not a big fan of it. But yeah, like they can complain about how much how the difficulty or how easy it is or whatever the fuck. But it wouldn't change any if I were to do the same Gold Hoarder vault in both high seas and safer seas. Their difficulties wouldn't change. Just ranting about Sea of Thieves and their safer seas PvE option being shit. But yeah, like, the difficulty between those two instances wouldn't change. And I'm leaving out the whole fact that somebody could pull up and be a dick. Because that's not going to happen every time either. So, yeah. And I will say as well, just because it won't happen every time, doesn't mean that it's not a problem. As I'm not going to lie, PvP encounters have completely ruined my mood to play this game sometimes. Quite often, actually. I'm a-okay with PvP being in the game and all that shit, but I want an option to back out of it if you don't want to deal with it. And the Safer Seas option would have been great had it not been so seriously handicapped to the point it is. Thanks for all the compliments. Just trying to keep it as informative and like straightforward as possible right now. So there are plenty of those things, and it's like, I will say as well, for the Hourglass, like the main quote-unquote PvP mode, even that is not fully PvP. Because if I go into a public lobby, and I align with them or whatever, I gather a ton of chests, and I go and sell them to their respective, like for example, if I align with the Reapers, I go collect a ton of chests, and I go sell it to the Reapers, I still gain PvP XP. So it's like, why bother? Why bother limiting it to only PvP? Honestly though, I don't think this game kind of should have a PvP mode in general because of the fact that it's gonna be hard to try to matchmake people of similar skill. Because of the fact that, like, drivers, you can't rely only on wins versus loss ratio in most PvP games. Because of like, for example, I can go get somebody who's incredibly good at the game and are able to solo galleons or whatever, along with take down like 4 other galleons at once or whatever. This is an over-exaggeration, but like, I could get somebody that good, win 40 matches, try to go solo, and get absolutely dominated with 0 chance of survival. Purely because of the fact that my skill ratio, quote-unquote, is sky high because of that dude carrying me. My actual skill is dog shit. But because he carried me to so many wins, I'm forced to face the same kind of people. And for somebody who's, like, for example, I could do that, but I could have randomly match made into that group of people, right? Following like the thing you can do on the main menu, like you can search for a crew. So I could matchmake into that crew and win matches and have a great ass time, and then I decide I'm gonna enter their solo and try to have that time myself. Oh shit. And it would just not work out because of the fact that it would try to match me up against his skill and not mine. Oh. Hi. Do you have a keg on you, I wonder? I have one-shot these skelly slopes so many times now, it's not even funny. No, not the chainshot. Where are you at? He's trying to avoid me, the motherfucker. Boy, get your ass back here. The bitch is running! The motherfucker is actually running! Bro, what? My god! Whichever dev is actually controlling those, they're deathly afraid of me. Oh? Oh, is he actually gonna fight me? I can't tell if he's fucking turning the right again. Oh, that's an island. All right. Still running though. Fucking hell, man. Why are you running? Fight me! What in the fuck just happened to that water? Surprise! You actually hit me. You actually don't have a keg on board this time. Cool. Learn from your mistakes, I see. Wait, is it dead? Well, that didn't last long. I don't actually remember where I fucking zoned out for a sec. Where did that shit go down? Not right in front of me. Wait, what? Wait, what? There's only ammo pouches. I'm so confused. What the fuck? Where is the shit? Alright, I guess I got nothing from that skeleton ship. Alright. Okay then, I guess. Ammo pouches ain't really gonna be useful. Come on. Guess I got nothing for that. Alright. Well, I guess it's fair. I kind of did bully it. Oh, yeah. I should probably clean this up. But yeah, so this mode has heavy limitations that actually make it a pain in the ass to play. When it really doesn't need limitations. Like, even if you could do all this shit, there would still be reason to do it in the main mode. Because number one, you get the main experience that it comes from, that Sea of Thieves players are meant to have. And you get to have that kind of a fun. Especially if you like it. If you like it, you're not gonna... What the fuck? Okay. But if you like it, you're not gonna be going for PvE only. Most of the time. You're gonna be going for the normal mode. But if you don't want that, you now pretty much still don't have an option. Even though this is listed as a PvE option with a 0 threat or whatever from other players. You technically still don't have an option because it's so bad that it's just not worth the trouble of doing anything with it. Hell, honestly, I'm only going to go ahead and get the gold curse from the Shores of Gold questline. And then I'm not going to touch this again. I'm going back to playing literally anything else. I've never had worse experiences with PvP than I've had in this game. And I've played shit like LOL, League of Legends, COD, Destiny 2 PvP. What else? Paladins, Overwatch. What other games? I don't know all my games off the top of my head, especially not that are actually like fighting and not just racing. But yeah, I've never had a worse experience than I have had in this game. And fucking LOL, in LOL, I literally got talked shit to. Saying, oh, you don't know what you're doing, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, no shit, I'm a starter. I started like 5 minutes ago. Like, that was that experience. Yeah, I've never had worse actual PvP experience than in this game. Even League of Legends, I had some fun. Here, I've only had one situation of fun. And that was me getting carried by one team that I've never played with again. Because of the fact that they were random people that I didn't know. I said we were gonna play again and added them and all that, but never heard or talked to them again. Because stopped playing shortly after, I'm not gonna lie. But like... So... I honestly don't know 100% much more of their points, but that should be the only change. The only change from to benefit Safer Seas should just be normal Sea of Thieves with the option to be on separate ships or not. And it should also be having no limitations or content locks. Yes, for like the PvP specific reputations, it should all rely on like selling stuff. And yes, that should not be a fast thing. Like, you should not be able to get to reputation 1,000 within 5 weeks. It should definitely take you a long time. But that doesn't mean that it's impossible. And by a long time, I don't mean like 4 years of constant work. I mean maybe 3 to 6 months of like getting on every day and doing it. And honestly, I think just let the fucking other ones as well just go up to max. There's no real exclusivity in Pirate Legend at all. Oh wow, you can open a pathway to a secret place. Oh no. I don't care. I don't. And again, like, all of those things, all of the items that you would be able to get through the shops and all that shit for gold or whatever, they're all cosmetics. None of them offer any advantage anymore. Hell, even the Dark Adventurer sales don't have a benefit anymore. They don't have that triangle at the bottom anymore. They don't. Certain ones have, like, holes and all that. But this is from the Pirate Emporium. Not a gold shop. So most of the cosmetics you can get don't benefit you in any way at all. So why not just give players what they want? Everyone gets what they want. All the PvPers complain about runners and all that shit. Then give them this mode that I'm asking for. That way they'll stay out of your fucking sessions. And you will not run into them again. It's that easy. The only people complaining and saying that that's a bad thing are the ones who want a glorified bully simulator. I am not joking. All they want is a glorified bully simulator. They want to bully noobs who can't fight back. That is it. There is zero other good arguments against that. They want a bully simulator. There's nothing else. I don't know why that's listed as locked. But alright. Don't know why that's listed as locked either. What is this? Yeah. But yeah. So there's no benefit to locking shit away. Yes, most people wanted a bit of a tutorial mode. But honestly, that's not all either. Because this ain't really a benefit. It's not really going to help prepare you. Yes, it will prepare you for the PvE. But that's not difficult enough to need that. However, the mode that I am advocating for would allow you to put friends on other ships, and then you can practice battle each other. But you can't do that. Otherwise, you have to literally, like, try to session snipe each other. And, well, number one, that is a fucking nightmare. Second, as soon as somebody sinks, you pretty much have to suffer through it all again. Depending on how you do it, because if you find it through the PvP, number one, good luck, and good luck again, because you're gonna need it. Yeah, I'm gonna let myself sink, drive out into the fucking Red Sea. Because it's like... yeah. There's honestly no benefit to locking content away. Really. Like, honestly, in my mind, they should just lean into it. Yes, they should benefit people, or, like, reward people for playing in high seas. But they shouldn't punish someone for not doing so. Otherwise, you're wanting the PvE players not to play your game. Because they don't want to engage with the PvE, or the PvP. And so they just won't touch your game in general. So like I said to somebody else, you are quote-unquote, you're willing to trade the quote-unquote, or you're not willing to trade the quote-unquote identity, which isn't an identity, but still. Hold on. Let me get my fucking brain cells in order. So you're willing to turn down growth and all that kind of shit that comes with more people getting into a game, away for its quote-unquote identity. And none of that is its identity. Its identity is a pirate game. And like I stated before, you can do that in everything you touch in this game. Hell, even the fucking world events. So like, where's the need for PvP to make up piracy? Like, the fuck? And it's like, Sea of Thieves currently has a monopoly on this type of shit. There's no other game that is like Sea of Thieves. And if a game tries, it flops hard. Because of it not being able to capture it. They have, but they're refusing to keep adding to it to make everyone satisfied. Besides the people who are toxic. The people who are toxic, they don't deserve to be satisfied. And the people who are toxic are the ones who want a bully simulator. If your fear is not being able to combat somebody, then maybe you're not... then maybe you're, hold on. Then maybe you should have different priorities. Then maybe you should take a step back and take a look at yourself and wonder what you actually want. Because if you fear competition, an actual challenge in the battle, then I'm gonna say you want your glorified bully simulator. Nothing else. Where the fuck am I on the map? I thought I would have hit the Red Sea by now. Ah, not far off. Yeah, so I believe that the Safer Seas mode should be a pretty much carbon copy of the of the high seas mode, but the high seas should have a bonus to gold and rep gain, so that there's more incentive to play the high seas mode over safer seas. That way, most people will still go into high seas. It's just the PvE players who either won't touch the game or will run from battles or whatever. And like, those two are people who would either ruin the game experience for people, or they would just not help your game grow at all. So it's like, what do you choose? Supporting and allowing the toxic people who just want to obliterate people who are less skilled than them and don't want to fight in the first place, in doing so, and forcing those people who don't want to fight in the first place into fights that they don't want to be in. Why? And because like I said again, there's no other game that captures the feel, I say, of this game's like ship controls, all that shit. Every other game does it way differently, and it's just not the same. And not only that, this game has lore. It has pretty decent PvE. Yes, it might not be challenging or whatever, but it doesn't need to be challenging to be good. You just need to have fun. That's all. And if you don't find grinding and all that shit with friends or whatever, or alone or whatever, fun, then you don't find PvE games fun. It's like, yes, I will say, when something is the exact same over and over, it's not gonna be fun. But that's not how this is gonna be. Because of the fact that there's plenty of different ways you can engage with, let's say a normal fort. You can engage it with cannons only. You could engage it with, like, by jumping on the island. You could engage it by having your friends on the ship, etc. There's plenty of different ways you can do it. And you can even challenge yourself to not to get like preparation, even like not gather like 500 cannonballs before starting something. Hell, I went into one of those like blue tornado things, which is like the Burning Blade public event, with 0 preparation. I came out on top. Yes, it was stressful. It was fun. I'd not do it again because, well, I was not prepared for how difficult it was going to be, mentally or item-wise, and I like to be prepared. This is the Red Sea. This is like the edge of the map. If you get to this point, your ship starts sinking, and you just get sunk eventually. I'm pretty sure you also die out in the water. Never mind, you don't. You just sink. Yeah, so it's the Red Sea. It's effectively the border of the map. You're not allowed to go past that. You will automatically sink. It's kind of scary the first time you can come across it. But But yeah, that is my thoughts on this. I really hope that Rare listens and removes at least 75% of the restrictions. I'm gonna say, if they really want to keep a gold penalty, reduce it to either 25% or 50%. But, like, access to certain things should be removed. Or re-given back, I guess. That wording was absolutely horrible. Restricted access to certain things, like emissaries, all that shit, should be removed. There should be no restrictions. You should be allowed to engage with the game however you want. Otherwise, where the fuck is the fun of the game? I don't sign up to play Sea of Thieves for the PvP experience. I don't. I don't want to. I don't find it fun. I find the grinding and obtaining loot, selling the loot, profiting from it, completing commendations, completing the battle pass, or whatever you call it, etc. That is fun. To me. Somebody else might not find it fun, but that's why I'm saying, that's why I'm not saying delete PvP overall. I'm saying offer the option to not be a part of PvP. That's it. That is the only ask that I am putting out. Pretty much. I'm asking for in a specific way, yes. Or for a specific version to do it, yes. But I am still asking to be able to opt out of PvP. Without being more handicapped than somebody who doesn't have legs and arms. Like, not only do we have a 70% gold reduction from our sales, but we also have lack of quality of life functions. We have lack of emissaries. So, and we also are limited to a certain cap. We are limited with what we can do. Like, there's so many restrictions. It's not funny. Like, it's like I'm fine with like keeping PvP and like having that still be a pretty big part of the game. I just want the option to opt out of it with no penalties to me just because I don't want to deal with other players. Because I don't find it fun in this game. I'd gladly play a COD and shit like that and fucking versus people in it. But that's because it's a COD game. It's a shooter. It's much less annoying and like time wasting. I'll pretty much get something out of every match, no matter how well I do. Yes, I will get more if I perform well. Yes, but I'm not gonna get minus progress because I perform shit. I'm not gonna start losing XP on the gun that I'm trying to level up because I fail a lot. Like, the fuck? And it's like, I'm not gonna start losing account level because I perform like shit. Like, and the thing is, like, not only for Sea of Thieves, not only do or the like actual PvP a complete fucking clusterfuck to try to balance and keep everything so that it feels fair for everyone. It's also extremely hard to manage it and make everybody feel happy with it, because that's just never gonna happen for Sea of Thieves. Most of the time, yes, not everyone's gonna be happy with the PvP mode, but when so many people actually legit full on quit the game because of it, there is a problem. And when people literally refuse to play your game, that should wake you up to believe that maybe we're doing something wrong. It's like, I'm gonna just do my gold thing. Maybe I'll try to farm for a shrouded, but after that, I'm gone. I'm not coming back to this mode unless what I am suggesting gets added. I'm not coming back. And I kind of hope that somebody at Rare is gonna be watching this and like listening to it and all that shit. Because if you do, please do not listen to the fucking PvP sweats for every single little thing. If they say you shouldn't add something that a different part of your community say you should, there's probably a different motive. And I'm sorry, but when it comes to this, it is a bully simulator problem. Nothing more. Nothing less. And unless you want your new players to get into the game, get absolutely bodied, and then never touch your game again, unless that is what you're going for, you should add my changes to this game mode immediately, like as soon as possible. Otherwise, all the players who would have been playing your game and enjoying it and having a fucking blast would never come back. I will say, this game is beautiful. It is fun. It is pretty great. It's just these systems and play styles and shit, they don't clash. And there's such a small amount of people that would actually enjoy both aspects of this game at once. There's a small amount of people that actually do. Otherwise, this game would be fucking well over 1 million players daily. But it doesn't happen. And it's like, I've seen people try to argue, where do I find that? Oh wait, here. I've had people try to argue for the this leaderboard, right? But it's like, it's not good enough, because somebody could easily get onto this leaderboard and then never touch the game again for the rest of that month. And that's not going to be enough to be a concurrent player base or whatever. It's just not going to be enough. Because all you need really is here or whatever. or to get here, or one of these, and then you get on. Unless I'm already on there. Which I can't check because I'm not even... Yeah, so it's like there's plenty of these issues. And this offers a next to no gain. Like, honestly, if I load into a fucking basic game mode and I get immediately sunk, you'll see my fucking problem. It might not happen, but still. I don't enjoy this game's PvP. Most of the time. Because I don't really... Most types of PvPs I don't get along with as easily. That's not saying it's bad. That's just saying I don't like it. Other people may like it. That's A-okay. But I just don't want to be forced into playing something that I don't want to be doing because I enjoy a different part of the game. Imagine if you go to watch, let's say, football, which is your favorite sport, and then you're forced to sit through 3 different matches of baseball, basketball, and hockey at the same time. Why? Like, would you be happy about that? No. No, you wouldn't be. Here. If I quickly go... This is probably not going to be too great for me, but... Well, let me actually check how many fucking Reapers there are on this server. What should I be, like 2? Nope, this one. I'll probably get obliterated. There's no gold order. There's no order. That's not good. There's no other trading company either. I'm not even gonna bother setting any customizations. And I'm gonna just go... Where to go? Fortress won't have anything though. Barnacle K, so northwest. Should be some gold shit over there. Check where the Reaper's at. Wait, where the fuck is the Reaper? Well, do they sing? Well, I have no idea then. What is this? Can I? Okay. I don't want to be a part of that because I'm just not going to win that. Where am I? Ow. Well, that's not good. So Crow's Nest Fortress isn't gonna have anything. Who the fuck? The fuck does that mean? I don't know what that means. Is it like a new fucking flag or something? If you're sorry, if you're talking about the thing on the mast, it's Skull Siren's song. It's the new thing that's like I'll just put this up, I guess. I hope it won't mark me on the map, because, yeah. That's just gonna be a pain in the ass. Where are those guys on the map? Nah. They are heading over to me. Why are they? Why are they? I voted to cancel that quest, so it can't be because of that. Because I'm not in a quest. Or is that them already? Yep. Yeah, it is. I don't think they're gonna be friendly. They're booking it like that. Yeah, we'll see. The anchor down. They are still booking it. Please don't fly over. Fuck was that weird ass dip though? Do that so my name doesn't appear. See why I don't like this game? I wonder, can I sneak myself on board? Mm-hmm. This is against a solo player, by the way. Yeah. See why nobody enjoys this game's fucking PvP. How is it meant to even fight that? Four-man who's clearly been on the server for fucking ages. And they intentionally went after me. Out of their way as well, by the way. A level 1 merchant. They weren't even Reaper, if I remember correctly, because that was purple. Not black. And red, or whatever. So, not only were they not Reapers, they looked like Order Souls, if I'm correct. So not only are they not even Reapers, they were also intentionally going after a level 1 emissary. They were going after somebody without any customizations, which is most likely a noob who's not touched the game. And the thing is, they could not have seen my character's customization because they were way too far away, and I wasn't even on the ship when they pulled it around the island. And there's no way in hell they saw me on top of that island. There's no way. One, I was hiding. One, I was at the very fucking tippy top. They had more important shit to pay attention to. And they're also a 4-man crew. Going against a sloop who's at least, or at most, got half their player size. But most likely will only have one person on him. Because of the fact that that's the smallest ship you can have. If I... 1 to 2. It's what is quote-unquote recommended. I can technically boot up a galleon and play solo, but still. So this is what their solo players are going to go after. But this is what was chasing me. Which is designed around having 4 people. And there was definitely more than 2. Because I think I saw just 2 people alone guarding one up entryway. And most of them were definitely not. Yeah. See why people want private servers now? Intentionally go against somebody who's most likely solo and most likely has not touched the game before. The thing is, you can't start off with a rowboat. You can't have a rowboat as your main ship. So the rowboat can't be used as an example. Now imagine if that ship that I was controlling just now was controlled by a complete noob who has just installed the game. They're not gonna touch. They're gonna alt F4 as soon as that. They're not gonna play this game anymore. So it's like, why the fuck should we not make a PvE option for them when the main mode is literally full of PvP? There's no way to avoid it. Yeah, sure, I could have ran, but then I am becoming one of the people that the PvE or PvPers complain about. So can we not just make a PvE mode that is nearly a carbon copy of the base game? The thing is, they won't even get to enjoy the story. Because of the fact that I could have set sail on Tall Tale just then and not have gotten even halfway into it. The only Tall Tales that are really safe, quote unquote, are LeChuck, which is like actually like one of the worst ones in the game. Pirates of the Caribbean, which doesn't have any lore from this game in it. It's just the Pirates of the Caribbean experience. None of it has any correlation to this game, pretty much. Besides, like, Sea of the Damned, all that shit that you would interact with as soon as you die. So it's like, why? I'm not surprised I even was proven correct that fast. None of them even said a word, by the way. Not even when I was on their ladders. So that is literally a prime example of the sweat teams that actively ruin the main mode for like 95% of players. Meanwhile, nah. The PvEers are the worst kind of player in this game. Yeah, go fuck yourself. You just want the game to die then, clearly. The thing is, like, even the Pirates of the Caribbean isn't fully safe either, because at one point you have to go or at like 2 points you have to go somewhere within this world that somebody else can come and fuck your day up. One is like off here somewhere, I think, where you have to like go do a bunch of battling, which people can see from across the map, by the way. So they know immediately what you're doing. Second is like at the very end up here that most people probably don't give a fuck about because yeah, but people can still show up and fuck your day up. So even that Tall Tale isn't fully safe. Most of them are, yes, but not all of them. And and honestly, I managed to play 200 hours with next to no issues with other players. However, that was in the time span before the PvP mode came and like brought all the sweat lords back. And all that shit. Like, this should be a game where you get to farm and play however you want, like a proper sandbox game. Make what you want, do what you want. But it just isn't. Like, honestly, I'm just disappointed. This was a disappointing mess. Yes, it's cool that we get to enjoy ourselves without the threat of other players now. Yes. But on that hand, we're heavily fucking handicapped. Like, imagine this sell point, for example, right? You park on the very tip here, because that's where you usually park, without having to pull some extra shenanigans with like the rowboat or whatever, right? You park on the edge here. You have to carry, let's say the merchant stuff first. You carry it all from your ship over here, which is okay, somewhat. Now, let's take gold hoarders. You run all the way over here, past this character. If you're not going to jump, you have to walk around that, and then here. However, Order of Souls. I have done it in the pattern from least bad to worst. So Order of Souls, let's go. And that was with a pretty much optimal path as well. Now imagine doing that 40 times over in one session alone. Just because you can't sell to that bitch over there. And no, I don't mean the Order Souls. I mean the bitch over there. In which the only benefit that one really offers is the ability to put all chests quickly and easily onto this lift using the harpoons, then taking said lift straight down right next to the selling point. So you only have to go this distance that amount of times instead, making the trip far faster and far more, yeah, endurable and all that shit. However, that's not what we got. This is pretty much completely useless. Plus, not only is it useless, it's just, yeah, another thing that just annoys the fuck out of people. I'm honestly not gonna lie, wasn't expected to be proven right that easily, mainly because my fucking luck usually does not help me. It usually fucks me over. But Yeah, now you've seen a prime example of why this mode needs to exist. And, like, why it needs to have no restrictions. Because imagine, somebody gets used to this, learns how the base game works, then has to jump into high seas and learn, like, all these new fucking different things. And shit like that. Plus, they're also gonna have fucking loot-hungry PvP sweat lords who they cannot fight at all to challenge again as well. Who don't give a fuck how much or how little you have or about anything other than sinking you. Is there even a KDA in the kill death ratio in this? Is there? Because if not, I'm seriously disappointed. Can I... Oh yeah, hold on. There's another thing I forgot to mention completely, by the way. This is another limitation that makes absolutely zero sense. So when you level up with your reputations, there's 3 items that you can buy. Which usually is like 2 shape parts or whatever, or equipment pieces, and outfits or whatever. But you cannot buy these in Safer Seas. You just can't. Even if you've already gotten to that promotion, the max promotion, you can't. The thing is, this has such an easy solution that literally makes it so that it's just annoying. Because you just have to leave your Sea of Thieves mat, or Safer Seas area, load into a public session in high seas, go to the same person, because you always spawn on an outpost, and they always have, all 3 of the factions. They're nearly all of the factions. The only one that's not really there is Rapers. But again, that's really fucking easy. But it's so easy to work around it, but it's so fucking annoying to deal with. Because why the fuck is that a thing in the first place? Like, there's so many of these fucking issues that just make me so fucking pissed off. And the thing is, I know exactly why this is a problem. Like, boom, boom, boom. Probably shouldn't have done that, but... And now I can just do this. And go back and get my Safer Seas. But it's so fucking annoying having to go out and then back in. Just to buy some cosmetics from a fucking NPC. Like, bro, what in the absolute fuck? Even if they make them purchasable, it doesn't help the mode. Because there's still hundreds of other issues. Honestly, in my mind, the restrictions put on it should just be lifted, and a bonus should be applied to your to high seas, at the very minimum. If they add the option to join on your own ships as well, awesome. But if they don't, they should kind of allow you to obtain the pink flame somewhere else, somehow else, because that requires PvP. And well, you can't do that unless they add it so that you can get it by just being killed by your teammate. Like, for example, the teammate uses blunder bombs to kill you or whatever. Which, if they do that, then okay, fine, that works. But they need to remove restrictions from this mode in order for it to be a success. Honestly, the reputation and gold punishments should just be reduced to like 50%. 50% punished, or 50% less, or some shit like that. At minimum, that should be the change. They could go even like less than the percent as well, because of the fact that, well, everything you can buy with gold and reputation anyways is cosmetics. There is no benefit to it or anything at all. And cosmetics don't really mean anything. If you apply meaning to it, then I'm sorry, but you're the problem. Nobody else. Because it's a cosmetic. Nothing more. Yeah, sure, if I see somebody with a certain specific cosmetic, like for example, if I see someone with the entire Dark Adventure set, I know that they've put a lot of time into it. But that doesn't mean they're good. Or it doesn't mean that they're better than me. It just means that they wasted their time. That's all. That is it. That is every single thing. That is every single meaning that it actually means. It does not mean anything more than that. Even the Dark Adventure sales, set, which is the most expensive set in the game, don't mean that much. Like, Rare needs to just stop listening to the sweats. Because the no-lifers are just what's gonna ruin the game. You should never listen to that 1%. Just because they might be louder than the rest of us, it doesn't mean that they represent the rest of us. I'm pretty sure I've gone over just about every single point here, but yeah. My gripes with the PvP mode is entirely separate. I'd say reduce the amount of fucking levels there are and how slow you get it, or how fast you gain it, like, and up the speed of gaining. But yeah, so this Dark Adventurer set, even if you have the entire set, I'm sorry, but you don't really. Yeah, I'd want it, but only because it's black and red. Oh yeah, here's the new sales, the Dark Adventure sales, by the way. They don't have that triangle anymore. Well, yes, technically they still have that triangle, but it's not cut away. It's now just silver. So it doesn't offer any benefits anymore either. So why not just let us play with however we want instead of being stingy cunts? It's not like I can't obtain the fucking Dark Adventure set here. It's just that it's going to be a painful and incredibly annoying process. So I'm most likely going to go for the Adventurer's Wheel if they benefit something.
Wait until you see what I'm making
So honestly, they should lean into the majority of their player base, not their loud minority. I'd rather have shit be too easy to obtain
I hope you'll say something you like.
than an utter waste of time. Because, like, you gotta remember, these are all cosmetics. They're all virtual items that at some point we're gonna lose. At some point, Sea of Thieves is gonna shut down. At some point, we're gonna die. Or at some point, the game is gonna die.
Now that wasn't so bad, was it, like?
So imagine wasting 50, or imagine wasting 10 years grinding to something, only to have the game shut down months later. Or even years later. You would have wasted those 10 years. Especially when you didn't even enjoy it in the first place. If you don't enjoy it, then it's a waste. If you enjoy it and have fun, it's not a waste. I have not been so fucking infuriated by a PvE mode. I've never. I think I've gone over just about every point now, though. So I don't know if I've missed anything. If I've missed anything and I come up with anything, I'll just start another rant stream. So I guess stay tuned. I know there's one more stream that I want to get over with, but it's not a rant stream per se. It's more of a review and what my thoughts on something. But it's about an entirely different game, so if you're not interested in that, well, I guess wait and see. If any news happen or I come up on anything relating to Sea of Thieves, I'll start another stream. But until then, see y'all later. Bye bye. Wait, what? If the risk versus reward was any actual problem, then there would be a massive bonus to where your risk is at, not a punishment. Things like, I get your whole risk versus reward argument, but the thing is, the reward does not justify the risk. I've made this point plenty of times. If my risk is getting obliterated within 5 seconds and wasting 4 hours of work, then even if I had 100,000 chests selling for 1,000 each, the risk would not be worth the reward. It shouldn't be an extended tutorial. That's the problem. And it's not even an extended tutorial because of the fact that, well, if it is, then why does it not go over anything? It isn't an extended tutorial. It is a private session. It shouldn't be a nerfed version of the game. Unless you... Otherwise, Why don't we just delete PvE from the game? If PvE is a nerfed version of the game, then why the fuck don't we just delete it? And leave PvP only in the game? Since that's what you claim is the full version of the game. PvP is a game mode. Or it's meant to be a game mode. That's the problem. One problem though, dude. I'm still putting in the same amount of work. If I go into the normal mode, I put in 4 hours of work, I gain 10,000 chests. I still do the exact same thing, but yet I still somehow don't get the full credit for that work that I did? Just because I didn't have a chance to get attacked? Eh? And PvP isn't particularly a core of the game. Otherwise, it would be far better set up. It is an optional way to play. It's an optional play style. A play style is not a core of a game. If the developers agreed with you, bud, they Save for Seas wouldn't even fucking exist. The only reason why it's limited, handicapped like this, is because of sweatlords like you complaining. Because you'd lose your precious bully simulator. I'm not joking. That is it. The people that you would usually kick ass on against would be quitting because they don't want to fight against you in the first place. You all complain that people run, but yet you refuse to give them their mode, so they won't actually force you. Then why you're making points against it? Doesn't seem like you're for Save for Seas then, eh? If I say fucking PvP should be limited to only one place in the game or whatever, am I for PvP? No, I'm not. If I say the people who, or if I say PvP should give you less rewards because you're only engaging in PvP, you're not engaging in PvE. Am I for PvP then? No, I'm not. And buddy, lying online isn't gonna help you. Everyone here already knows why you aren't for Save for Seas, even though you claim to be otherwise. Oh. One problem though, they can't even fucking access half the game. I can't even buy some cosmetics that But I don't want to play on high seas because I don't want to play against other players. Enjoy your fucking retarded ass friends who just love a bully simulator. We all know that's just what you want. But since you clearly can't accept it yourself, get out of my fucking chat. I don't want retards here. Retard isn't a slur, dude. If you actually knew what the word meant instead of fucking regurgitating what your fucking dumbass friends say, you would know that. Retard has a meaning. And by definition, I am retarded. So if I can't call someone retard, then no black person can call anyone the N-word either. But you won't make that argument, will you? Huh? You're fucking banned. Fucking hell. I've not seen such a fucking idiot. But the worst part is those are your typical fucking people on Twitter actively advocating against safer seas. They only use the whole risk versus reward argument, and you're stripping away part of the game when you're not really. If you're not, like, for example, the PV. Yeah, they join in, they start shit, and then they act so high and mighty, even though they're being proven wrong repeatedly. Hell, I'm pretty sure even fucking, even the Sea of Thieves official Twitter called it a private session and not an extended tutorial. You can now hold on. I'll pull this up. I'll pull this up on the stream. Alright. Oh, what the fuck? Alright. Here it says, you can now sail on safer seas. This new mode lets up to 4 players venture out on a private game server to enjoy Sea of Thieves at their own pace. From narrative tall tales to fishing and plenty more. Besides, we hope this helps even more pirates find adventure on our shores. That's not an extended tutorial. So it's like, even the fucking Sea of Thieves Twitter account, the official Twitter account, doesn't agree with him. The only reason why the limitations are there are because of people like him. The thing is, the problem with his argument is that he's using, being like, oh, it's like, he's using an argument that's like, oh, you removed the risk, so you shouldn't get full credit. But it's like, I'm not fighting other players to get what I'm getting. If I go and take on a fort, I get the exact same items that I would have if I were to have done it in high seas. If I go out to an island, I find a captain's ship, the like golden one with the red ruby on top, and it's like undamaged and all that, and I bring it back and I sell it, and I do the exact same thing in say for seas. I'm putting in the same effort, the same work, the same time, but I get less for it. All because some people don't get the option to come and fuck me over. And the thing is, the people who are going to be in the normal mode aren't going to be affected by me getting less or getting more cash, getting the same amount of cash for the same amount of work that I would put in both things. None of them are affected. Hell, if everything was still doable in a private session, I would never touch the other mode. Because I'm not a fan of PvP. Especially not in this game. I was like, if you're gonna be an idiot in my chat, I'm gonna ban you. I don't care. And retard isn't a slur. It literally has a definition. Here. It's a retard definition. Delay or hold back in terms of progress or development. So for example, it would be used, our progress was retarded by unforeseen difficulties. It literally has a proper fucking usage. People being offended by being called a retard make the same amount of sense to me as people who get offended for being called a bitch. Because it just doesn't make sense when you actually know the definition of those two words. Because the definition of bitch is female dog. So they're offended, they got called a female dog. Or fox, or otter, or whatever the fuck else. Because there was more in the definition. None of them are actually insults. So calling them slurs and shit like that are fucking stupid. I will say stupid is much more of a slur than retard. Oh my god. This generation is fucked. So yeah, it comes into the chat, acts all high and mighty, because he thinks he's right, gets proven wrong, and told why he's wrong, cannot come with a proper counter-argument, besides risk versus reward, when it's not really a part of the game in the first place. Because if it was... Did you get a fucking alt account or something? Or did it only last like 5 seconds? The mental gymnastics. There's no mental gymnastics. It's called facts, kid. Do you not believe me that retard is not an actual fucking slur? Here, I'll pull up the fucking definition for your pea brain. That is you, my guy! That is literally you! Oh my god, the irony coming from that fucking message, man. Oh my god. That is... Stop talking about yourself, man! We're not talking about you! We're talking about Sea of Thieves! Oh my god. Here, have your fucking definition of retard. Buddy, I'm the one who's actually making sense here. You're the one making the same point, which has been repeatedly debunked. And you're the one calling somebody else delusional, a delusional clown, when you yourself have been actively delusional, proven wrong, and clowned on yourself. Brother, the only one without brain cells here is you. Fucking hell. The fact that he keeps coming back, by the way. I saw him keep coming back. Repeatedly. Watch him come back in like 4 seconds. Oh, he's still here! Buddy, you wanna know something? I've actually got a girlfriend and friends. How's your grandma's basement treating you? Pretty cozy down there, eh? If anything, you're the one by yourself. Fucking hell. The irony in your comments is so fucking strong. It's starting to emanate through my fucking screen, man. You got any more comebacks? Because all of them have been shit so far. Come on, get creative with it. Yeah, 9K a year, 90K a year. If you're old enough to be my dad, one problem. You would be nearly retired. Plus, you should definitely not be talking about video games then and how they should be. Because you're a fucking boomer. You did not grow up around video games, clearly. And much less did you fucking... Yeah. Have any idea as to what you're talking about. But buddy, the only one convinced they're right and can't see anything but their own perspective is you. Because again, I'm not saying remove PvP. I'm saying offer a place for PvEers to go... Dude. You said yourself that you're old enough to be my dad. I make that point, and you say I assume a lot. Bruh. You fucking dense? Oh wait, never mind. You don't need to answer that. We all already know that. But it's like, I'm the one saying, give the PvE players who is either just gonna run from you, or bro, you do realize the main argument against it isn't even the 70% reduction, right? You do realize that. If I had access to captaincy and all the other content in the game, I'd be fine with a fucking 70% reduction. The main problem is the fact that I lack quality of life functionality. Hell, I can't even... You know the fucking 3 cosmetics that you can buy from the actual like gold hoarder vendor, right? You can't even buy those. No, if you had listened to most of this fucking stream, you'd know that it's not the 70% reduction. But your dumbass came in here whining your ass off, while not even knowing the topic of the stream. Yeah, sure, I'm not 100% for the 70% reduction, but that's because of all the other fucking limitations on the mode. I personally think the other mode should have been done completely differently. To the point where you can have friends on other ships that can battle you. Therefore not removing the PvP element. But you don't seem to bring that up, do you? Oh wait, that won't fit your narrative. You wanna know something, bud? There's been one crybaby in this chat and stream this entire time. You wanna know who that is? It's you. You've been the one crying that somebody won. You've been the one crying that somebody wants to change. What would be used for alliance servers exactly? You do realize alliance servers already exist, right? You do realize that. And again, oh wow, somebody tries to use the name against me. Oh no. Totally not the 500th time I've heard that today. Be more creative, you fucking sloth. Hey Sal, do you enjoy PvPing against those runners, eh? You find it fun? You find it fun chasing somebody for 3 hours? Do you? Yes or no? You better say yes, otherwise your entire argument here falls apart. Because no PvE player will ever actually try to fight you. They will run. Bro. You don't realize who you're actually talking about, clearly. But you wanna know an easy way to solve that problem? I could smash my head into my keyboard and I would come up with a better name than yours, my guy. Sigb. Sounds like you literally just had a stroke trying to write Sigurd. Kindly gain some brain cells before you try to talk shit about somebody else's username. At least mine's readable. Hell, fucking Sal over there has a better fucking username. If you find chasing somebody for fucking 3 hours fun, and you clearly are a PvE or PvP sweat if you find it entertaining. So you legit just contradicted yourself. You find it fun bullying the people who are less capable than you. Alright, bud. Nice. Nice way to call yourself out. And the fact that you think they are entitled players. Yeah, y'all are the ones who are refusing to let them have their peace. Because they would leave you in peace. Yeah. Fucking hypocrisy here is fucking huge. Well, seems like they've gone silent, so. Well, this is getting boring. Have they left, or? If you said that to the question, have they left or not, they have most likely left. At this point, I don't want to be sitting here waiting for a response. I'm bored enough as it is. I'm gonna just fucking hide them from the channel, like block them from the channel permanently. Because this is boring. Fucking. Yeah, I'm gonna end the stream here. See y'all later.